time driving back this new purchase, the XK8, without air conditioning, with engine problems, with windows that don't open. It must be 40 degrees in this car. It's 35 degrees out there, or 45 in here. It is a horror. The Christmas traffic is just terrible. It's atrocious. Anyway, we're halfway home. I think this old girl's going to make it. She keeps going into restricted performance. And we're going through the harbour tunnel now, so that'd be lovely if it breaks down going down through there. And it's got gearbox problems as well. Anyway, we'll see when we get home. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of TJM, the Chagman. Well, I've just gone and picked up my $2,000 XK8. I just drove it back through across Sydney, and it was the worst fucking drive I could ever have. It's about 35 degrees in Sydney town road at the moment. I couldn't get the top down because there was no LNP to do it, and it's not working. The windows won't go down, the air conditioning doesn't work, and I was stuck in bloody heavy traffic for 45 minutes sweating the guts out. The car kept going into restriction mode all the time, and I was thinking it was going to conk out in the middle of some of the busiest streets in Sydney, but I got it home. And it did do some relatively good things. It was really quiet and straight on the road. It had no suspension rattles or issues. It drove straight. It handles well. It doesn't veer or make any winding noises through the diff or through the gearbox. The gearbox is iffy, but I think I can look at that. It clunks on acceleration out of first gear. It's slow to pick up the band, so I don't know whether it's actually the gearbox or what. And that rattle's still in it. It's not audible. There, if you saw my first video, there's a rattle at the back of the engine. From a lot of the comments that we got from my viewers, it looks like it might be the flex plate, because you stick your head underneath the car and give it a rev, and it's quite audible underneath the car. So we're going to get the auto guys to look at that. But first of all, we want to have a look at some of the more things that I can get this car running right, like get this roof running, get these windows working. Now I did have a little peek as why these windows aren't sort of working. That would be one of the issues. Hello, I can see road down there. And I'm going to have to pull this cover off and see if there's the window module. They're a bit tricky because it's got the convertible part of it as well. But we'll see. We can just work on it and have a look and try and get it fixed. What else needs doing? The air conditioning doesn't work. But beyond that and the paint, it's cosmetic. I just went through all the receipts of the car, and tens of thousands of dollars that has been spent on the suspension work, front and rear, and a fair few engine components like serpentine belts, pulleys, etc. like that. So it's had a bit of maintenance. The reason why the paint's so good at the front is because in 2011, the father, he's now deceased estate, he hit a pretty darn big kangaroo. It took out the whole front end, and it went down to Graham Lord for mechanical work first, and he did all the mechanical work and fixed all the front of the stuff up. Then it went to a panel shop and got painted. So I'm pretty sure that the repairs are done professionally. So that's why the paint at the rear is original and it's still looking a bit shabby. So we also want to work out why this thing's not working, but it's just a question of rams and pumps and fluids and stuff, so, and electrics. So we'll get to it. We'll just see what we're going to do. But first of all, I'm going to pull this door cover off and see what's behind there, see if I can get these windows to work. Well, I got the door cover off. Well, in fact, it just literally fell off because it was only on by tape, and there's only one clip left holding it together. It's okay, we can get some more of them. But it's a bit shenanigans going on here. There's this wire that was leading up to the top through the armrest that does nothing. We don't know what that's for, so we're going to get rid of that. There's the clip that the window switch runs off. I very much doubt if it works. We'll just try it though. The ignition on. I can hear a little bit ticking noise on the passenger window. No, but it does tick. Okay, a bit more investigation has to go on there, I think. It's starting to look a little bit more complicated, and I have no idea of the schematics of these window switches. It's more new school stuff than old school stuff for me. But that, I think that's the window module regulator, and there's two nuts missing off that and only one holding it in. I don't know why that's the case. That has been out. I'll pull it out, and the speaker's missing, and there's no sign of any speaker anywhere. I guess that is the speaker wire, that one there. Okay, we'll just take this module out and have a look. Well, there it's out. It says door module, doesn't say window module. Have no idea. I'm guessing, I have no idea. I've got all this stuff with this. I don't even know if it's any good. It's a Ford part, so it might be readily available. Well, that other plug was just plugged into the regulator motor, and I've just plugged that back in. So, and I've plugged those things back in too. But I doubt if we're going to get anywhere with it. I think it's been pulled apart and left pretty much pulled apart, so they can either replace the part that's broken, or they didn't know what was wrong with it and they just left it pulling apart. So I've just turned the ignition on again. Oh shit. Well, that one's not going. It's clicking over there, so it might be just something stuck there. But, oh, look at that. Oh. Well, that's a relief. But why isn't that one going? We can sort that out. Just wonder why they would have left it all half pulled apart. Something's wrong there. Anyway, we've got one window working. Have to find a speaker for that. Okay, fiddling around with it. I've got one window to work. And when you open it up from the door, it just drops that little bit, which it's supposed to do, I'm guessing, and when you lock it, it's the same thing. But the left one I can't get to work without probably having to pull it apart. You can hear it, it's getting power over to it, but it's just stuck. So we'll have to work on that one as well. All the wheels are in good order. There's 2 new tyres on it as well. Everything's pretty dirty. But yeah, no, I'm happy with that part of it. And I think I might just do the steering wheel all in black. So I don't have to match that brown, as the later models were all in black anyway. And I think we've got cashmere here. Is it cashmere? I think it is, and I think I've got some paint for it. All down here is really tidy and clean. He obviously wasn't a smoker. I think the seller cleaned it up a bit for me, which is pretty nice really. Not much damage, not much wear. Look at that, no damage wear on the carpets. Handbrake works nicely. Yeah, just get sorted out those electrics a little bit, and I think she's going to be a nice car. And all the climate control seems to be working perfectly, except for the compressor's not pumping cold air. So I think it's blowing its guts out now because it's got the temp sensor trying to cool it down, but it won't. But I'm happy with that part of it. I really want to try and get a code for this because I don't want to remove this radio because I want to keep that all original the way it is. Yeah, everything seems to be pretty good. No ugly warning lights. I'm yet to put the OBD on it. Oh, hello, Mimi. There you go, just to see what sort of fault codes are coming up. I'm sure there's going to be a stack of them, but we'll sort that out later. Okay, a bit of an assessment after I've gone over it a little bit more today. Well, it's nothing further bad than I saw in the first place, which is a good thing. We've got one window working. I've still got to get the other one working, but it is getting power over to it. The engine sounds sweet, but oh my god, it does need a tune-up. Oh, there's new struts on there. And, you know, as I said, it went into restrictive mode a couple of times and didn't overheat or anything. And it probably needs coils. It had plugs in it not so long ago, so I don't know what's going on there. It's had a new windscreen, which is pretty good. I love the idea that it's got a nice clear screen on it. It's got a lot of muddy shit everywhere, which will give it a good clean up later. And I can't get the back windows up yet, but it's all to do with this hood not working, I'm guessing. I tried just putting some power out to it and seeing it work, but we'll work on that a little bit more. But all in all, it's I'm really happy. It's really good. There's no door dents that I have picked up so far. I don't know, I mean, those original wheels, I can't remember what they're called, but later on, you know, if the car is sort of salvageable with the gearbox, we might put some nice wheels on it that really suit it. I don't know yet. Yeah, so the gearbox is an issue still. Or the flex plate, possibly the flex plate. I don't know how much that's going to cost, but not a lot. We'll get it down to Central Automatics first job. But also, I got this prop shaft coupling in, and in one of the invoices, it says it needs replacing, or one of the advisories. So maybe that's causing the clunk when we take off from first gear. And some re-sway bar bushes. There's some green pads, some Brembo pads, Hardy Ferrotto pads. I don't know if they're back or front. I think they might be back. Anyway, and if I was going to do it, but I'm not, an automatic transmission filter, because I think there's a little bit more beyond just changing the oil on that thing. And it does leak a bit of oil because there's a gasket for the oil sump, and just a couple of drops came out while I was parked in here today, so we'll see if we can attend to that as well. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, you can still give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do that too. And if you want to leave a comment down below, I really love hearing from you guys. Cheers. See you on the next one.